Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying back in time to explore the significant events that shaped Philippine history on November 4th. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive into the stories that define this day. Our first stop is November 4th, 1899, a crucial period during the Philippine-American War. After the fall of Malolos, the capital of the First Philippine Republic, many might have thought the fight was over. But they were wrong. On this day, and in the days surrounding it, Filipino revolutionary forces across Luzon refused to surrender. They transitioned from conventional warfare to guerrilla tactics, marking a new, determined phase of resistance against American colonization. These skirmishes, though often small-scale, demonstrated the unwavering spirit of Filipinos fighting for their sovereignty. It was a testament to their resilience, proving that the desire for freedom could not be extinguished by the loss of a capital. These brave men continued the struggle in the mountains and countrysides, laying the groundwork for a long and arduous conflict that would define the turn of the century. Fast forward to November 4th, 1945. The world was breathing a sigh of relief as World War II drew to a close, and in the Philippines, this day was part of a monumental effort, the liberation of Northern Luzon. After years of brutal Japanese occupation, combined Filipino and American forces were pushing relentlessly, reclaiming town after town. Imagine the scenes on this day, soldiers advancing through rugged terrain, welcomed by jubilant civilians who had endured unimaginable hardship. The liberation of Northern Luzon wasn't just a military campaign, it was the restoration of hope. Each village freed was a victory for humanity, a step towards rebuilding a nation shattered by war. The courage of the Filipino guerrillas, who had fought tirelessly behind enemy lines, combined with the might of the Allied forces, created a powerful momentum that led to the final surrender of Japanese troops in the Philippines. This day reminds us of the profound cost of freedom and the heroic sacrifices made to achieve it. Let's move to a more recent, yet equally pivotal moment, November 4th, 1986. The Philippines was in the midst of a political rebirth following the historic People Power Revolution that ousted a dictator. President Corazon Aquino's administration was hard at work, and on and around this day, the nation was buzzing with the implementation of sweeping reforms. This period was all about dismantling the structures of the old regime and building a new foundation for democracy. A new constitution was being drafted, one that would include safeguards against the abuse of power and champion human rights. Government agencies were being reorganized to promote transparency and accountability. It was a time of immense change and optimism. The reforms initiated during this era were not just political maneuvers, they were the collective aspirations of a nation, translated into policy. It was a period that redefined Philippine governance and continues to influence the country's political landscape to this day. Now let's talk about a notable figure connected to this month. While his exact birth date is sometimes debated, many sources point to November being the birth month of the legendary Juan Luna. Born in 1857, Luna was more than just a painter. He was a revolutionary spirit whose art became a form of political activism. His masterpieces, like the Spoliarium, were not just stunning works of art, they were powerful commentaries on the suffering and oppression of the Filipino people under Spanish rule. Luna used his brush as a weapon, exposing the injustices of colonialism to an international audience and awakening a sense of national consciousness among his countrymen. He was a key figure in the propaganda movement, using his fame and talent to advocate for reforms. Luna's life reminds us that art can be a potent force for change, capable of inspiring a nation and challenging the status quo. His legacy is a cornerstone of Philippine art and history. Shifting our focus, while no major widely known deaths are recorded specifically on November 4th, it's important to remember the context of the month. November in the Philippines is a time of remembrance, anchored by Undas, or All Saints and All Souls Day. This cultural tradition of honoring the departed connects deeply with our history. This is a month to remember, not just our loved ones, but also the countless unsung heroes who gave their lives for the nation. Think of the local heroes from your own provinces, the soldiers who never returned from the wars, and the activists who fought for the freedoms we enjoy today. Their names may not be in every history book, but their contributions are woven into the fabric of our identity. November invites us to visit their memorials, reflect on their sacrifices, and keep their stories alive for future generations. It's a powerful cultural moment that ties our personal memories to our collective national history. Now, for a fun fact or a cultural tidbit tied to this day, around this time of year, many towns, especially in the provinces, hold local festivals or commemorations. Some of these events are directly linked to historical moments, like celebrating the day their town was liberated during World War II. Others are harvest festivals, giving thanks for the bounty of the land as the rainy season gives way to cooler, drier months. These local festivities are a vibrant expression of Filipino culture, blending history, faith, and community spirit. It's a time when you can see traditional dances, taste local delicacies, and witness the unique customs that make each region special. So, if you ever find yourself in the Philippines in early November, try to venture outside the big cities. You might just stumble upon a celebration that offers a beautiful living glimpse into the heart and soul of the Filipino people. So, let's recap what we've learned about November 4th in Philippine history. We traveled back to 1899, witnessing the tenacious guerrilla resistance of Filipino revolutionaries against American forces. We then jumped to 1945, celebrating with the people of Northern Luzon as Allied and Filipino soldiers brought them liberation from occupation. We also reflected on 1986, a time of democratic renewal under President Corazon Aquino, as critical reforms were put into place after the People Power Revolution. We honored the spirit of Juan Luna, a master artist and patriot, and acknowledged how the month of November itself, with its tradition of undas, serves as a poignant time for remembering all our heroes, known and unknown. This single day on the calendar serves as a microcosm of the Philippine story, a continuous cycle of struggle, sacrifice, liberation, and rebuilding. Each event is a thread in the rich and complex tapestry of our nation's past, reminding us of where we've been and the enduring spirit that carries us forward. Thank you so much for joining me on this historical journey today. History is not just about dates and events. It's about the stories of people, their struggles, and their triumphs that continue to shape who we are. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future explorations of the past. What other historical dates or figures would you like us to cover? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.